You see, dear ones, the truth that Jesus came to testify about was the truth about his own identity, his own mission, his own message of saving grace. And Jesus had done that. He had shown those who saw him that he is God in the flesh. He had gone from town to town, right, from village to village, proclaiming the good news that God had given him to say. And now Jesus was preparing to give up his life to complete his mission by becoming the Savior of all who would believe in him and follow him as their Lord. And as he notes at the end of his statement to Pilate, everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice. Theologians have interpreted that Jesus' words here to a Gentile politician who would have respected, he would have valued the truth above all else as a Roman governor and judge. These words from Jesus were an invitation for Pilate to see and to accept the truth that Jesus had proven, and for Pilate to respond to Jesus as God in human form. But sadly, and maybe a little bit predictably, Pilate dismisses Jesus very casually by saying in verse 38, "What is truth?" With those dismissive words, the scene taking place inside the home of Pilate, it now draws to an uncomfortable close. The governor has questioned Jesus about his kingship. He sought to find out if the charges of sedition and insurrection, if they were valid. Jesus both rejects the false accusations and he confirms his royal status at the same time. And then Jesus shows Pilate that he's not the threat that he's been made out to be, because his purpose was to bear witness to the truth as God had revealed it to man in the Old Testament. And through this discussion between the Messiah and the Roman governor, what we need to take away is that Jesus wasn't really on trial here because he was a political threat to Rome. Jesus was on trial because the Jews couldn't stand the fact that Jesus interrupted and invalidated their self-righteous religion and their power structure. While Jesus is currently at the hands of Pilate because wicked men schemed to put him there, it was the plan of God the Father for Jesus to stay there. You see, the apex, the climax of Jesus' mission and his purpose, that was still to come. But we can rest assured that what brought Jesus to this place was the pride and the fallenness and the sinfulness of humanity. Instead of listening to Jesus and seeing him for who he is, the Jewish leaders lied. They sent Jesus to Pilate with false accusations that would ultimately lead to his death.